Hello there, I look just exhausted, and that's because I feel exhausted. I have a cold, so if I'm sneezing or coughing or anything else or sniffing like that in this video, then I'm sorry, but I wanted to make it because I'm excited about the book, but it's gonna take more energy than it would normally take to make this. Also, if I sort of go like that at any point, it is because I fell down the stairs yesterday, as you do, and I have got bruises down most of my left side. I'll show you one. That is my carpet burn bruise, and most of my bruises look like that. So I've also dented my bum, which I didn't know I could do. Anyway, without further ado, I'm also in my pyjamas, but without further ado, you've seen from the title, I'm reviewing Journey to the River Sea by Eva Ibbotson. This book, well, I've read it before, and The Star of Kazan by Eva Ibbotson, there's one of 3 in this sort of series that have got, they're in like their own section of like types of books by Eva Ibbotson, and the rest are quite different. Yes, Star of Kazan is one of my favourite books of all time, if not my favourite book, although I haven't read it for years. And I read this back in like 2011 and I haven't read it since, so I thought I should probably reread it and see if I still enjoy it. So I've done that, and because when I first read it I didn't enjoy it nearly as much as Star of Kazan and the Dragonfly Pool, but I really enjoyed it this time. I found it a little bit slow to begin with because while you like Maya, who's the main character, she's I think like a 10-year-old girl. Basically she finds out that she's got family in the Amazon and she's an orphan, so she gets sent out to the Amazon to live with them and in Brazil, and she's got all these hopes and dreams, and she just basically goes on quite an adventure. And the story has a very odd ending in terms of the time that it's set, but it's a really beautiful concept and a lovely story for children to read, because this is essentially a children's book. But for the first quite a long time, Maya's really the only character that you like. Clovis is okay, he's another little boy. Some of the kids from her ballet classes are lovely, but you don't really see that much of them to begin with. Miss Minton, or Minty, that's really hard to say, Miss Minton, her governess, doesn't really show her niceness for a little while, so it's a bit, at first you're like, oh, I don't think I can read a book where I don't like any of the characters, but then as you get further into it, you start to like a lot of the characters and you start to really enjoy the adventures that they're going on. And this book, much more so now that I'm an adult I think than when I was a child, this book really, or teenager, this book really makes me want to travel, and I am planning on travelling much more next year, but it makes me want to travel even more than I already did. I just find the writing style, because even though it is for children, it absolutely works better, even better for an adult, I think, because as adults I think we forget about adventuring. We don't think as adults about just living our lives and getting on with it and even simplifying our lives, and that will speak to children, but I think adults need to read a book like that. So if you are a child and you are thinking of reading this book, I would highly recommend it. It's very enjoyable, but I would say from my memory, because I haven't read any of her other books in recent years, but I would say that The Star of Kazan is the best. Absolute best of the best of the best. They're all adventurous and set in different countries, so I'll probably read The Star of Kazan and The Dragonfly Pool again in coming years because I love them. And if you're an adult, then I would even more strongly recommend that you pick this up, because it reminds adults of lessons that they learned as kids and forgot. Bye!